In this section, I define my variables. When a variable is defined, a memory location is created. Memory locations last only as long as the program is running. Its scope is this program and must be defined before you use it. You will learn about scope of variables later in this course. First, I define my constants. Naming convention is all letters are capitalized and an underscore is used to separate each word. Constants are initialized when they are defined and cannot be changed while the program is running. I define the time conversion rate as a double. This means this is a decimal. I could have used a floating point. I defined the temperature conversion amount as an integer, since it is a whole number. I define a string variable as name of recipe. Notice the variable name is descriptive. By defining this variable as a string, the program knows that a string will be stored in this memory location. Original time and temperature and converted time and temperature are all defined as doubles. The cook may enter decimals. In this section, we are getting the inputs from the cook. We use the getLine function since the recipe may be more than one word. We used cin to get the original temperature and time from the cook. I use both nline and \n for a new line. It is important that the questions are descriptive and easy to read. Let's run and test our code. It is easier to build and test. Build and test as you add additional code. At this point, we are testing for syntax errors. In the next section, we calculate the converted time and temperature. How do we know if our calculations are correct? We use test data. In an Excel spreadsheet, I created some test data. In this program, we will look at the output to check our logic. In the time conversion formula, I multiply the original time with the conversion percent. I put this part of the formula in parentheses. Then I subtract that number from the original time. You remember from your math classes how order of operations work. We really didn't need the parentheses since the multiplication would have been done first. It just makes it easier to read. For the temperature conversion, I subtract the 25 from the original temperature. In the next section, we display the output. I use both \n, escape sequence for new line, \t, escape sequence for tab, and nline to make the output easy to read. Later in the course, we learn how to set the number of decimals displayed. At this point, we can run our program 3 times with our test data to check our logic. Everything works.